morning! Welcome to Coffee with Jenny. I thought I'd sit down, get comfy, and let you guys get to know more of me and my personality and who I am. I don't think sitting down and telling you my stats about being an expat American or having 2 children gives you any inclination of who I am or what I'm about. So I was really hoping to have an informal vlog today just to give you more of who I am and for you to see a different side of me, really. I don't want to be sat behind a table or sat at my dressing table, which is where I like to vlog because of the light. I wanted to be in my favourite comfy chair despite the dark and grainy, gloomy room that I'm in. I like to sit here and read. I like to pore over my Instagram. It's one of my favourite places to pass the time when I want to chill out and relax. And it's always full of my favourite pictures of the kids, and I'm huge into family and all about my kids, as most parents are, and it's part of my everyday life, so I love sharing that on Instagram, and that's why it's probably one of my favourite social medias. And I don't find you get the same feelings and interaction on Twitter, maybe Facebook. I know a lot of people like Facebook for the same reasons, but I just feel like Instagram is completely me, 100%. I share my food styling because I love it and I'm obsessed with it. I share my home decor because I love redecorating and designing things. I share pretty much most of my personality on my Instagram, but I haven't been doing that in my vlogs, and I'm trying really hard and giving myself new challenges to do just that. So here I am with Coffee Morning with you, and you're getting to know more of me. So a little bit more about the things I like to do. I am obsessed with the new bullet journaling. I have always been obsessed with lists, and as a perfectionist, which is really hard to be a blogger and a perfectionist because the two are just the worst enemies ever. You shouldn't ever want to be the best at everything in the blogging world because you would just compare yourself to everyone like I do, and it gets really hard. And I will be honest, it's probably the thing I've probably struggled the most this year with in the blogging world. It's my 3rd year blogging, and it's hard not to just fall into the comparing and trying to get the best photos and the best recipes and the best blogs and the best vlogs, and it can be really overwhelming when you have your everyday life, your family, your children, your house to take care of as well. And then you stop taking care of yourself, and that's when we get run down. You get cold sores. I struggle with cold sores all the time, so then I have to hide because I don't want to share those sides of me either, which is probably more to do with my faults, which I'm sharing a lot of my faults here, but that's me. That's part of my personality, and that's part of a lot of the things I have hidden for the past 3 years in my blog and in my vlogging, and that's not real. And people keep telling me they want to see the real me and they want to know the real personality of me. So here I am, back to the bullet journaling, because I like to go on tangents. Another side of my personality. I'm a list maker. I've always been a list maker because I try to do everything all in one day, and I probably pack in more in 24 hours than a human should. So bullet journaling is the best because every page is blank. So I can write my to-do list, I can write my calendars, I can write my goals, I can write work, kids, schedules. At one point, I think I had like 5 diaries going, which is really stressful. And someone got me onto bullet journaling, and I became obsessed ever since. And I like to do pretty things too, so I like to make them pretty and color coordinated. And I do each week completely different, as you can see. Some weeks get a bit messier, and calendars and to-dos. But I find bullet journaling is a huge part of my personality as well. It keeps me organized, it keeps me on task, and I get to put all those scrumbled up thoughts and challenges and goals and everything I want to do all in one place, which I never had before. So if you're like me and your mind is scatterbrained and you want to dive into every basket, get yourself a bullet journal. I swear to goodness, it helps. Other than that, I love to read. I wish I could read all day, every day, but that's impossible. I get really stressed out when I don't have time to dive into a good book, but then I also get stressed out when I don't have the time to finish that good book, because if it's really good, I'll stay up all night. Forget sleeping, I'll just stay up all night until I finish the book, which isn't healthy either. You gotta find balance between work and life, and I struggle with that, I will admit. there's a lot of things. This should be like a coffee confessional instead of getting to know me. But yeah, I like to have my hands in different baskets, and sometimes that's not always attainable, and sometimes that's really overwhelming. And I like to try new things, but then I get stressed and frustrated that I'm not the best at those things, which is something this next year I am really going to hunker down and make myself to stop doing that. Because I also think, what are we teaching our children? If we're putting all this added pressure in life on ourselves, and every generation gets more pressure and more stressed out, what are our children going to be like when they're our age? They're going to be even worse than we are, and I don't want that for my children. I wouldn't want anyone to feel like I feel some days of being overwhelmed and stressed because it's not perfect and I didn't get this done and I didn't get that done. And yeah, so I guess I'm trying to tell you, the other side of my personality is quite neurotic. But yeah, I have a lot of energy, as you can see. I talk fast, I talk a lot. If you've met me in person, you'll know that's true. And I've always shared the nice side of myself, the kind side of myself, because that is who I am. I'm not saying I haven't been who I am on my blog. I have always been true to my heart, and I always feel like when you meet me, I hope it's exactly what you think you're reading on my blog as well. I'd never want to portray myself as something that I'm not. But I also think I didn't share my flaws because I thought, well, who wants to hear that? Who wants to hear someone complaining? It's not really complaining, but venting or sharing the downside of life. For me, I read blogs to be inspired, whether it's home decor or food styling or family days out doing stuff with my kids, get ideas of crafts I can do with my kids. But I read blogs to be inspired personally too, to motivate myself to be a healthier person, a better mother, a better wife, a better friend. But yeah, I don't share those things on my blog in myself, so that is definitely something that was brought to my attention, and I'm really glad it was. It wasn't a negative critique, but it was just like, Jenny, you're too stiff in your vlogs. You're not showing your personality, you're not showing who you are. So that's why I'm here today. That's why I'm doing vlogmas and challenging myself to open up and show you every part of my personality. So I thought I'd just do a few coffee morning catch-ups. Clearly they're becoming coffee confessionals, but I hope you've enjoyed them. I hope you've seen another side to me and can relate more to me as a parent or as a friend or blogger or whatever you do in life or whatever the reason you are watching this video. So I'm here to motivate, I'm here to inspire, and I'm here to share all of me in my morning coffee catch-ups. And I'll say bye for now.